Arsenal ended a wait stretching back to 2004, winning their fourth Premier League title under Mikel Arteta. His side led the table for most of the season, survived an early challenge from Liverpool, then pulled clear for good by October. They sealed the title with a game to spare and finished 7 points ahead of Manchester City. Manchester City finished second in what turned out to be Pep Guardiola's final season at the club. The campaign swung between brilliant and frustrating, closing with a narrow home defeat to Aston Villa on the last day. Still, second place secured Champions League football and closed out an era that reshaped the club. Manchester United finished third after a turbulent year that saw Ruben Amorim sacked in January and Michael Carrick take charge soon after. Amid the upheaval, Bruno Fernandes broke the Premier League's all-time single-season assist record, a personal highlight in a campaign that otherwise felt shaky until United found their footing late on. Aston Villa had arguably the best season outside the very top, finishing fourth while also winning the Europa League. Unai Emery's side pushed Manchester City hard for second, and it was Ollie Watkins' brace against City on the final day that effectively ended their rivals' title hopes for good. Liverpool claimed the fifth and final Champions League spot on the last day of the season, a fitting note for a farewell rather than a coincidence. Mohamed Salah and Andy Robertson played their final games for the club in a draw with Brentford at Anfield, with Salah setting up the goal that sealed it. Bournemouth finished sixth, the highest league position in the club's history. Andoni Iraola's team went 18 matches unbeaten at one stage, an extraordinary run for a side that spent most of its existence well outside the top flight. Qualifying for the Europa League turned Bournemouth into a club other teams now take seriously. Sunderland produced maybe the most unlikely story of the season. Promoted after 8 years away, they were expected to fight relegation and instead finished 7th, good enough for the Europa League. Their return also brought the Tyne-Wear derby back to the Premier League for the first time in a decade. Brentford lost their manager before the season even started, with Thomas Frank leaving for Tottenham and Keith Andrews stepping in. The club barely felt the change, finishing 9th, thanks largely to Igor Thiago, whose goals kept Brentford clear of any relegation trouble from start to finish, making Brentford their incredible run within the season. Chelsea's season was shaped by disruption in the dugout. Enzo Maresca left by mutual consent on New Year's Day. Callum McFarlane held things together as caretaker, who took a match against the incredible Pep Guardiola, and thanks to him, he took the point. Despite Chelsea were having a frustrating season, and Liam Rosenthal was appointed soon after, a 10th place finish was a modest return given the club's usual ambitions. Newcastle finished 12th under Eddie Howe, a quieter year than recent seasons that pushed for Europe. Bruno Guimaraes remained the heartbeat of the side, but Newcastle never built the momentum to break into the top half in any serious way, after losing their key players.